All right, we've done 70 miles. We just had a break and some water and some food at Castle Rock, and now Castle Rock State Park parking area. Now we're gonna get back on trail and hammer out these last 37 miles. We only have about 4,000 feet of climbing left though, so that's cool. It's like across the highway again and back on the trail system in Sanborn County Park. We are approaching the northwestern border. We hear the loud pop, pop, pop of recreational gunfire from a shooting range about 100 yards away. It's unnerving, and we ride fast to put more distance between the guns and our bikes. Northward we ride through leaf-covered single track and what feels like a tunnel of oak trees. Despite the fatigue, I'm enjoying how engaging this segment is. We pass the intersection of Highway 9 and Highway 35. We're in a new preserve now, Saratoga Gap. The trail climbs steeply and descends into a lush drainage. Despite my best efforts, the bumps are hard on the back wheel, and I visualize the wheel bearings getting crushed like a hammer each time I hit another big rock or cobble at speed. The smallest bearing in the assembly of the hub is on the hub side of the wheel. It's always the first to go after rough rides like this. Christoph and Marshall are in the lead again and waiting at the top of the next climb where the gravel single track intersects the road. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Gonna blow out the bearings on my gravel bike in Saratoga Gap today. That's what's happening. It's pretty fun riding through the forest. I catch my traveling companions and we ride for less than half a mile in Upper Stevens Creek Park. 1,280 acres. And we hit a small segment of a relatively small preserve. It's just as good as the last one. Heading west, we cross Highway 35 again. This highway divides Santa Cruz County from Santa Clara County. Long Ridge Open Space Preserve, 2,035 acres, greets us on the west of the mountain crest, and we set our course northwards towards the Turtle Rock Overlook, elevation 2,693 feet. Oak and coniferous Doug-fir forest transitions to open grassland. Blue stalks of lupin bloom in a sea of green glass. The first orange California poppy flowers grow intermittently in the almost lupin and green grass. This land is mystical, and the trail provides our pathway through it. We crest a hill, and the final approach to Turtle Rock. We can see beyond the mountains now. Far out west beyond the continental shelf, where stratus clouds cover the great Pacific Ocean, the perfect place for a micro stop. My front wheel is loose and I tighten it with a hex key. The logic centers of my brain begin to feel foggy. Christoph asks what time it is, and I say 2 p.m. Check my phone, it's 4 p.m. Check the topo, we still have a long way to go. We must make it to Fremont Older before the gate closes at sunset, maybe 2.5 hours until then. Can we make it? With a brain made fuzzy from the 10,000 feet of climbing and 70 miles we have already put down. I'm not sure. No more stops. We gotta keep the wheels moving
Been riding for 10 hours
if we're
now.
going to make it. Hastily, we continue northward. The trail weaves through patches of open grasslands. More coniferous forest stands. We reach a high point next to a road system called Portola Heights, then descend quickly and steeply to the bottom of another lush drainage. The wheels slide locked by the disc brake rotors, receiving pulses from the calipers. The bike and the rider in a dance within a thin veneer of balance and control. We drive our bikes down the bumpy line. No one crashes, no one flats. Marshall and Christoph wait for me at the next turn. Above, the feather-like ferns that grow along the banks of Peter Creek. Shaded by a redwood canopy, this place is magical. It's spring, and the ground outside the thin ribbon of single track is covered in miner's lettuce. I take a mental note to come back to this place about 2 weeks after the first fall rain to look for oyster mushrooms and other fungi.
Funny. There we go.
We head north again on Peters Creek Trail, which takes us out of the canopy and back onto the open grassland again. We climb gradually up the Chestnut Trail.
Yeah, there are definitely some controlled slides in that descent segment. GoPro, stop recording.